Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs, and I am back with a gorgeous DEK resin. So it's really kind of an Easter themed kit, but we're still in April. We have a few more days, a day or two left? Anyways, so I just thought I just can't not put this in my planner. So I decided I would put this in my Aura Estelle. So I hope you guys will like it. It's this gorgeous page right here. Look at that little bunny. And I love that he has risen and the cross and the washi and the functionals and the day labels. That look at the font. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, seriously. Gorgeous. And then the gold foiling and then all the extra sidebar goodies. And then look at these decorative items. Oh, I love it. And I love those work labels. Of course, I love the eyelet scallop and the half scallops. I love these. So these are the half, these are the eyelets, what I call eyelet scallops, but they are gorgeous. I love the pennants or banners. And then I love the 5-heart checklist so much. I also love the 3-heart checklist. So anyways, there's going to be some changes coming to some of our designs. So stay with us, guys. There's good stuff coming. I love the date dots. I love the gold full functionals. I love the glitter, additional headers. Absolutely wonderful. So let's put this baby in and look at that bunny. I know. If you don't know and you're new to the channel, I call my granddaughter Bunny. So that's why bunnies mean so much to me. So, and I raised them. When I was in high school. I raised them for FFA. So they were show bunnies. But anyways, lots and lots of fun. Okay, so let me just scoot this baby out of the way. I have been on phone call meetings for the last 2 hours, and anyways, when I sometimes want to sit on the phone, I don't know what you guys do, but I sit and flip with the what am I trying to call the changer, and I'll put the TV on with no sound just to have something to stare at, when you're talking. I don't know why, it just really works for me. And I found this old show called Clean House. Do y'all remember that show? I feel like it was 100 years ago. Anyways, as a person who has a house that needs to be cleaned, it's always very motivating. So I've been just, I've turned on the sound for probably all of like 2 minutes and, at the most, and in between phone calls and messaging and whatnot. So it has really been fun to watch. We have gotten a lot done in our house, but with it being tax season, everything got stopped, and so it's okay. And spring's always busy on the property. We have so much to get done and get in, and with the winter storm, we are still cleaning out. Can you believe it? I think the last thing we have to do is prune our fig tree, which is coming back. Yay! So it was such a rough storm for us down here, because we grow things that are meant to be grown in Central Texas. So, but we've got gardens everywhere. We have more than doubled our gardens from last year, and we haven't even stopped yet. We just put in 2 more beds this weekend, and then we are going to build a greenhouse, and I would like 1 more bed. I know. Raised bed is what I'm talking about. So we just put in a 100-gallon raised bed, and then an old bookshelf that we converted into a raised bed. And I know my husband is very creative. They were very deep wood bookshelves, and so we lined them. And anyways, I actually helped him with that one. He did the previous 2 by himself, but I enjoyed helping him this weekend. And as much as my stinking knee would allow, but my stinking knee hung in there. I mean, I hung in there, but it made me recognize too that we needed better chairs. So hint, that's what we're getting for Father's Day. We're getting new chairs to sit in outside. I had bought some and thought, oh, these are so pretty, and they really are, but they are not comfortable to sit in at all. And because I have a bad knee, I need to get those kind of chairs that you can kind of semi-recline in. So when my knee starts to swell, I can, take a break, put my knee up for a few minutes, and then, get back to it. So, and then I picked 2 baskets of food last night, brought it in. And if you go to my Instagram, you can see all my, I've been fermenting carrots and ginger, and we broke it open last night after I cooked my meal from the garden, basically most of it was, with a little bit of the Beyond Meat, Beyond Beef. I can't remember. I never can remember the name of that. Italian meatballs, which are just vegetarian vegan, and then all of our garden vegetables and sprouted brown rice, and oh my gosh! And then we topped it with the ferment. My husband was so thrilled with it. He is a ranch dressing guy. I mean, ranch dressing. And he said, I could eat this on my salad instead of dressing. And I was like, oh, yay, happy dance. So it was good. I'm not going to lie. It was good. So anyways, but yeah, it really was good. And it was just carrot and ginger, and it was so yummy. And yeah, I mean, we were all just like, wow, this is good. Yeah, let's do this again. So it was, because whenever I make something new and it's a different recipe, my first question is, do it again? You guys want me to do it again? And they were like, yeah. Yes. So, because I always ask 2 or 3 times, because sometimes when you eat a meal, it tastes different at the beginning as opposed to the middle to the end. So I kind of want to know, by the end of the meal, you still feel like you want to do it again, because by then you may be sick of it, or, by then maybe you recognize there was something you didn't like in it, but you weren't sure. But they were both like, no, do it again. I was like, great, thank you. So, and it was just kind of a stir fry. I just sauteed the little Beyond Meat, Beyond Beef, whatever it is, meatballs. And then I added all the veggies, and I had some leftover tomatoes, so I cut that up and threw it in. And then I put it over browned Lundberg, which Lundberg is one of the least arsenic. I know it's hard to say. Rice can have all kinds of bad stuff, and arsenic is one of them. So anyways, it was a sprouted brown rice by Lundberg, which is, if you're ever looking for a rice brand, that's the one you want to look for. If you're ever asking me, I'll tell you. That's what I would do. And oh my goodness gracious, it was good. We were all just like, wowzer. And just so thankful. Sometimes you cook and you're just like, it was okay. It was a dinner. It took care of the need. But wow, I mean, I ate my bowl and it was very filling because it was so fresh. And then I was just like, oh, I wish I'd had more. But then I was thinking I couldn't have eaten another bite, kind of one of those things. So it was a blessing. So, and especially for somebody who's always trying to create new dishes, healthier dishes, etc. For my family, it was yummy. And because I didn't even serve like a bread or anything with it, because we had the rice. And I even told him when we sat down, I said, I contemplated putting some kind of a bread with it, but then I figured we had the rice. Okay, I'm done with this. I probably won't use these, but I'll have it to the side. And I never use my functionals in my work planner. So I know it's just a habit. I don't do that. But anyways, it was just one of those meals that when you get through, you're just like, oh man, that was a happy dance meal. So anyways, we were doing the happy dance. And we weren't stuffed, we weren't overly stuffed. We were just pleasantly, satisfied. It was just a great, great blessing. So, all right, I'm going to put He is Risen. I think I'm going to put that up here. And yes, I'm going to go more to the right, because I think I'm going to come down the side here, and I will show you what I do. But we really, really, really are enjoying our gardens. It is a lot of work. We don't have a big property, but because it's just my husband and I and our youngest, she doesn't really do much outside. Like if I call her and say, could you please help move some pots for me because my niece already in her, can you bring us something to drink? Or, so she's always so sweet about that. So I never want to take away from that. But, I mean, her thing is not yard work. And I get it. I don't blame her. Hey, I get it. So, as a person who that was my punishment as a child, I totally get it. So anyways, but So it's really my husband who does a majority of the, mowing and big work. And then I try to help with the gardens as much as I can. But he gets really excited right now. And so everything I plan to do, he'll like step in and do it. And you know what? Right now, I think that's fine. There's going to be a point where he's not going to do that again. And I'm not going to, I've kind of fussed at him a little like, hey, you're doing my job. But, I don't appreciate it, but I appreciate the blessing of it. So I'm not going to in any way take away from that. And I also, don't want him to feel like I'm not appreciative of his work. So look at that baby chick. We've had two baby guineas hatch out. One lived, one did not. She got knocked out of the nest. So, and then we've had two ducklings hatch. I know, just since Sunday. Anyways, Saturday. Anyways, just, it's a great time of the year here on the property and we love it. We love it. It's our favorite. It's just a blessing, it just really is. Oh, there's the bunny again too. So cute. So I think I'm going to put the lilies here because I did plant some lilies, right as you go up our porch, but they're bulbs and they are not doing a thing, but they will. We just have to give them a little bit of time. They're spring lilies, so they should be really pretty. And then they'll come back year after year. I put them in these big, humongous pots. And I'm excited because I'm going to top plant as well. So I'll just put various things on top. Oops, I did not. I got that off a little bit. You saw it. I didn't. Thank you. I know. I could hear you saying you're crooked. But anyway, so we've got all that done. Ooh, look at the color. It's so fun, isn't it? Okay. Now, I do want to make sure that I get these done on the Monday through Friday, my to-do lists, and then I do shorter ones on the weekends. So I think I'm just going to, sometimes I scatter these, but I think this week for the first time I'm just going to uniformly come across. I don't know why. I know I change my mind every week. It's a woman's prerogative. What can I say? But, so if you want to see pictures of all that, that's on my Instagram, and it's with the same name, josephinesdesigns.com, or Josephine's Designs. I think it's .com, but it's, my Instagram is listed below. And before I forget, because this is going to go up today is Humpback Wednesday with DEK. So there is a free kit available that is also on my Instagram. You can look at that there. And it is free with a minimum of a $19 purchase. So if you get one, let me know and let me, tell me what you think. All the different beautiful kits. There were new releases last Sunday and there were 4 of them. You can also see that on my Instagram. Though that special is over. That's our big 2 special days are Sunday and Wednesday. So Sunday specials are with the new releases and they're discounted. And then Wednesday, there is a free with purchase kit. And these are gorgeous kits. You definitely walk away with this and you go, wow, that's wonderful. You really got a deal. So, all right. And these are full kits. These are not tiny kits. These are not short kits. These are foiled kits that are free. And it is such a blessing. And then on Sundays, you do have the choice between foiled or unfoiled, but I always tell people, get the foiling. Just go for it. Just get the foiling. I've done both, and I always regret when I don't get the foiling. So, okay, so I have 1, 3, and 1, 5 checklist, and then all of these left, plus some, if you can see it, some little bitty, banners. I know, amazing. So I think I'm finished with this for right now, so I'm going to set that to the side. Now, let me see. So let's keep going. I do want to do my weekend banner, my weekend goodies. So I normally do my pennant up backwards, but I think I'm going to go down this week. So hang with me. But anyway, so we have lots of good things. You can always, if you follow me on Instagram, it'll show you all that. It'll also show you the pictures of the ferments that I just did, and I'm going to be doing one a week. So if you've ever thought about fermenting, and why do you ferment food? Well, you ferment food for storage, no doubt. It is not long-term storage. It is like basically up to 6 months. I think some people do some things up to a year, but I pretty much knock it all down by 6 months. And honestly, once you start doing it, you're going to be like eating it, and then it's not going to last. But it's also probiotic rich food. So it really helps. And because of my autoimmune issues, I am trying to be really careful. I spent the last 2 days trying to get into doctors. So we have lots of different things going on. So I need to be sure that I am, as healthy as possible, that I'm now going to finally go out a little bit, though it'll be very carefully done. So getting heavily focused on eating healthy food, which, if you know me, for those of you who have followed me for a while, I haven't had chocolate for a couple of weeks. I know. So I know the world just went, stopped. So I just told my son this on the phone, and he was like, he just laughed. He goes, really? And I said, hey, I'm serious. Got to get healthy. And he was like, wow. And I said, I know. So I've been changing a lot of things in my diet here recently over a period of time. So that was one of my last few favorite vices that I relinquished here recently. And chocolate's very good for you, so I don't want you to think it's not. It's the kind of chocolate I was eating. I love milk chocolate. I love things like Heath bars, and Score with heavy chocolate, sugar, the whole thing. So lots of milk, lots of, So I will allow myself in time. I wanted to kind of get it out of my system and then come back and add back in a kind of a decadent seed, chia seed, sunflower seed, pumpkin seed, flax seed with cocoa mix that would be like a dessert type thing in the evenings. I love chia seed fruit, and so so I want that cacao back in my diet. I'm not taking it out. I'm just trying to be smarter how I do it. Just saying. I haven't exactly always been really smart about it because it just tastes so good. So, but I also, and I was very surprised. I finally got on a scale. Our scale broke, and then I had replaced it, and my sweet daughter had put our scale somewhere, and I finally found it, and the new scale. And so I got that set up, and I weighed yesterday, and I was like, I had lost some weight when I got sick last spring, which with what we think was COVID. And I don't remember how low I got, but I'm definitely still down. And I'm thankful for that. I really am. I'm still about 10 pounds down, so I feel really good about that. Maybe 15. I got to go back and look at my records, but I'm thankful. I'm really thankful. I know that for me, those are good things. So because I only have, oops, wait a minute. Here we go. I'm going to cover up because I really only like to do 3 or 4 things per day. Really, 5 is great. But I know this of myself right now. Yesterday I was on the phone for 2.5 hours for one appointment. That was one doctor's office. Yes, I was transferred many times and then didn't even get to book it. I have to go to a GP first and get a referral, which my insurance does not require that. But they decided that, and the first half of the phone call, no, it was not required. And then by the end of the phone call, it was like, well, these particular doctors want it. And I was like, okay. No problem. We will make it work. It will all be fine. So, anyways, the glass is half full, and I boo-booed, and I was talking, and I should have put this over here on Tuesday. No problem. Look how easily those stickers come up. That is the beauty of DEK stickers. They release so nicely. So I was telling my husband, I said, I see how when people retire, that just going to the doctors is a full-time job. And he was just like, yeah. I said, oh my goodness, let it not be that for us. So anyways, but to go to one doctor, I ended up booking 3 appointments. I know. So, we'll see how it goes. The glass is half full. glass is half full. I still have one more to book once I get my referral, which when I finish with this, I'm getting ready to call and see if my old doctor will give a referral or if I really still have to go and see a doctor to get the referral. We'll see. But, we can only try. That's all we can do. Okay, I want to come back in and put some of these gorgeousnesses here. But we have lots going on and it's all good and I'm so thankful. I'm going to put this here on Friday because, you know what? I think I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put this here between Saturday and Sunday. All right. Since we do our Sabbath usually on Saturday, but sometimes on Sunday. So, yeah. But we'll see how it goes. These kind of things we just learn as we go. There's not a whole lot. You can't change the systems, though you may think the systems are silly, which I'm not going to lie, they are. But you know what? Before I do that, hold on. I think what I'm going to do, hold on. I think I'm going to come across that bottom, so hang with me. So, but we all just learn as we go. I think I'm going to add a color here. These are just those glitter headers, and I use these as washi a lot because I think it's pretty. And it works. But we're figuring it out, and I just had no idea how genuinely busy doctors would be right now. And it's because people are getting their vaccinations and now they're catching up on their long lost doctor's appointments, and I totally get it. But the specialist I want to see is fairly new to the area, so I could get in literally tomorrow, but not without a referral. So that's what I'm going to try. My old doctor, see, I reached out to my sister and said, hey, got any suggestions? And she said, try your old doctor. They should refer you, even if you haven't seen them in over a year. They should refer you. And I said, okay, that's what I'm thinking. So we'll see. Hold on. Grab my scissors. Oops, they're in the back. They are not right there. So, oops, and I just got a buzz from Walmart. I got to go pick up a prescription. Totally forgot about it. Anyways, my thyroid, I'm going to need it here pretty quick. So, we've just been learning a lot this week. We're only recently kind of to that point of feeling like we're getting older. So we have to, I'm not going to say how young we are, but anyways, but we have to tend to some things, especially if my husband wants to retire at a certain point. I just want some things in place. And I think we're right to do it that way. It may not be the perfect situation, but I think we need to do it like this. And that's just where we're at right now. And I'm going to kind of step off this a little bit. So, yeah. So it'll still fit in the column. It may not fit perfectly here, but I'm totally fine with that. But we do have a lot, to get done. And I told my husband, I said, well, if you're going to think about retiring, then we have to get some things done. And like, I have to have knee replacement. We have to, that kind of a thing. Which I am going to go see an ortho. Yay. That should be good. And I'm super excited to get that addressed, which my sister has been bugging me since before our granddaughter was born, which was the plan to go pretty quick. But our granddaughter was born, and I was not going to miss any of that at all. Let's get it straight, okay? No way was I going to miss that darling little thing being born. And then helping afterwards. So, but I do have some things I have to have done. And so, anyways, we're not talking retirement just yet, but there are definitely options available. And definitely it's been discussed. So, any of you out there that have been in that same place where your husband's thinking maybe it's time, you know how that plays out. You just gotta have to, understand that's where they are. And I totally get it. I'm officially retired, so when hold on, I forgot, I've got coffee over here. I can't wait to drink that. Hold on. Mm, isn't that the cutest mug? And it says, enjoy the little things. Isn't that cute? I love this little hedgehog. I got my husband a little chicken one, and then we have a little llama one in the kitchen. So it's very, very pretty. I think I am going to do something different with this one. I might just take it right down the middle like that. I don't know why. Let me see. Is it going to cover it up? Oh, I cannot believe that just made it. Isn't that crazy? Okay. That was a miracle. You were here. You saw it. So, anyways, and I've got 2 left here, so I'm going to use these. So we're just, right now it's just a period of time that we're all trying to get everything figured out. And it's really busy. I'm sure like everybody, everything that's been put off, for X amount of time, that's where we're at. And, it's all good. I mean, there's no reason for anybody to be sad or frustrated with it. It's all good. I mean, really, I am totally good with everything. I hated the pandemic, no doubt, for many different reasons. Clearly the obvious that anybody would have to be sick and anybody would unfortunately pass is just heartbreaking beyond our words. But, and I hated not being with my children and my grandchildren, and our son and daughter-in-law were very good about coming over and, visiting and, and definitely calling and checking on us. They did a great job with that. Our daughter and son-in-law have been busy buying property and working and so on and so forth. And they're a little further away, but we'd have loved to have had them over and sit outside and talk to them just like we did the others, but we understand. And then, of course, our youngest has been with us, and so we've enjoyed that. And, but we are, thank the Lord for telephones. Thank the Lord for Zoom. Thank the Lord for all the provisions that we had, for the dear, sweet friends who checked on us, who loved us, who supported us through some difficulties during this time frame. Yeah, you really know. That's trash. I'll get rid of that. You really know who your friends are. You really do. And for that, we are very thankful. We are so, so thankful. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that. But I've learned a lot. That's the number one thing I can say is I have learned a lot. So I'm going to use these for my home on Monday, Friday. And even though I'm doing this today, Wednesday, I can still go back and write down some of the things that I'm trying to do here in the house that has to do with work. So, alrighty. And I think I'm going to put these here, get these going. But, I mean, you learn, you really do learn who's there for you, who really genuinely cares, who... I mean, I hate to say it, you find out who has an agenda, who doesn't, that kind of a thing. And you just do the best you can with it. Seriously. So I know that I've, had so many people reach out and, they were hurt or, somebody did something dumb, said something dumb, which we all do it. There just has to be grace and love and mercy as best you can. And, it doesn't make it easy at all, but it is just an opportunity to show love and understanding. And yeah, we all make mistakes. We all say dumb things. We all do dumb things. We all, let's not get into all of it, but So, I mean, it just is what it is, right? Okay, I think I'm going to put that here just because I can. Yeah, I'm seeing if that shows up. Yeah, it's really faint, but you can see it there. I just turned it upside down, and I love that. So, I mean, again, we're all just learning. We're just learning. And it could always, 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 always be worse. And that is something I always say to people. It could always be worse. And I have to remember that myself. I mean, I'm not going to say I've gone unscathed in this. I've had my little feelings hurt, and, it just is what happens sometimes. And, we had our own set of emergencies and all this. I think I'm going to save the rest of this for later. And yeah. So, but I am thankful. I am very, very, very thankful for all of those that stood by us, that loved us, that encouraged us, and were genuine. Yeah. And I'm just going to kind of leave it there. We had some people with agendas in our lives, and they were trying to get some things done for themselves, and I got it. And it was just something I wasn't willing to, we could not do. We just couldn't do it. And, we still have things like that. I mean, we always are going to have things like that. And there are things that you just have to finally say, I can't do that. I mean, we can't do that. And, that's where we're at. We have to take care of some things, here at our home. And, you know how that goes. So you love everybody. You try to do your best. You do. But you also have to attend to your home and your health and your family. And, so, but it's all good. It's all good. And you know what the great thing about this is? Guess what you learn in all this? You learn what the priorities are for your life. Isn't that great? I mean, you begin to see what you need to be focused on. And let's get real. I don't know about you guys, but I totally miss the boat a lot of times because I'm too focused on making sure that everybody's got what they need and da-da-da-da-da. And, and especially after the pandemic, I just remember just living on phones and computers trying to make sure everybody had what they need, from family to friends to what have you. And guess what? I look back at it and I think, oh my gosh, I should have been doing XYZ. I should have been taking care of this, that, and the other. But you do the best you can. There were those who genuinely were looking out for our well-being, and people that rose to the top, that took on the blessing that they gave us of, trying to encourage and take care of us. And I was so impressed by that. I mean, people you never would have thought in a million years, right? And I think that if we look at this last year and we look at the lessons learned, for me, my number one lesson was learning who was really there for us, who really stood with us, who really cared, who bothered to check in, kind of a thing. And who showed up, who showed up. So I think that is always what we walk away with in these kinds of situations. I was trying to see if I had any more headers. I don't. I'm going to be a little off there, but I'm okay with that. Let me see what I've got. If worse comes to worse, you could use these and then cut them down, but I don't know that I want to do that. I don't want to do, I could do hearts. Hold on. I could do hearts and trim them. What do you think? Wouldn't that be cute? Let's see what I can do here. So I'm just going to cut off the bottom and pretend like it's heart washi. It's going to stick out. Let me see. Let me see if I can get it up underneath here. Tuck it up underneath. But, so that's, I mean, you walk away with a real list of who you trust, who you know is there for you. And that, I mean, guys, sometimes you live a lifetime and you don't know that stuff. Sometimes you live a lifetime and you believe things that either are true or aren't true. And, I mean, think how quick, things were kind of forged out, in this period of time. I don't know about y'all, but wowzer, that was amazing, So, yeah, I mean, glass is half full, right? Yeah, we can look at it that way, right? Okay, hold on. I'm kind of making a mess here, but that's okay because, learning how to do it, that's all that matters, right? Oh, goodness. But, so what have you learned during this period of time? Did you get surprised by who was there for you and who wasn't? Or did you know? Did you know? Because I think some of us knew. You know what I mean? Some of us knew in the end who'd really be there. And then there were the surprises. where you just kind of go, Okay, okay." How many of you went through the okays like we did? So, yeah. But I think that's the blessing. We just have to look at it as a blessing and say, you know what? I learned so much about myself, about others, about great people, about people who maybe are busier, people who had a different focus, people who had a different thought process, things like that. I mean, and that's okay. It's not like I'm saying that was bad. Sometimes that's good. So I'm trying to decide, but I think I'm going to keep going with what I'm doing. I think I'm just going to keep that pretty blue going, and then I'll trim off what I don't need. So anyways, how many of you went through that? How many of you found out new things and understood things better after X amount of time? I've had a lot of people reach out to me that, they had a lot of things that struggled, health, faith, relationships, no doubt. You know, just things like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a part of life. And as somebody who also had lots of different things happen, you know what? We just make the best of it. We do the best we can. We try to learn as much as humanly possible. And nobody's perfect. Please let me just say that right now. And if somebody is expecting perfection out of you or your family or your spouse or whatever, guess what? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Don't let anybody put that on you. You just do the best you can. And as a Christian, I believe you do the best you can as a unto the Lord, as Scripture tells us. So, yeah. Yeah. Now, if I had an X-Acto knife, I would trim that to make it even. And I think I can trim this ever so slightly. Let's see how, I'm not usually good with scissors, so bear with me. I know I'm just making this a very complicated layout, aren't I? But that's okay. Hey, that worked out pretty good. That was a miracle. Okay, good enough. We're good. I'm good. Hopefully you're good with that. Okay, now let's see what's left. But so much learned. So I hope for you and your family, I'm officially think I'm done with this page. I hope you guys, I think I'm done with that one. I do have that one left, but I don't think I need it. Let me see here. Ooh, could I put it there and it would fit? Well, just about. Hold on. I think I'll just do something a little different here. Hang with me. So you can turn your stickers any way you want. You can trim your stickers. You can put them in different places, however you want to use your stickers. Enjoy your journey. Okay? Do not ever feel like you have to do what I do or you have to do what XYZ does. You use your sticker kits the way you want to. Okay? All right. So, let's look at the glass half full. Okay? Let's see what we've learned and be thankful for it. I think I finished that one. Yay! Okay, because you know how much I love to finish my sticker sheets. If you've been watching this channel, you know. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in with all these darling little babies. I love, 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 love this little bunny. So I think she's going to go right there. I don't know if you can see me, but I think I'm just going to put her right down here and let her cover that gap that was there. And remember, when you look at things, you go, oh, but it didn't even up. That's okay, because we can cover it up. That's what it's all about. When if you have your stickers, you get to cover things up, and it makes it fun. Isn't that sweet? I love that little basket. I'm getting ready to take a basket of goodies to our doctor, and I am so thankful. In a couple of weeks, I go and have my physical. And they've been extremely helpful with my husband and his illnesses, his struggles during this time, illness-wise, health-wise. And so I'm taking them eggs and I'm taking them greens from our garden and all kinds of stuff. I'm super excited. I love giving gifts of fresh produce. I don't know why. It just floats my boat somehow. So anyways, thrilled. I love that they do the bread. I think that's so neat. So I'm just going to put that here. I think I'm going to put this down here. Now I'm just going to kind of go willy-nilly, however, right? Here's a candle. Okay. And then, oh, the Easter lilies. Let's get those on here. So I get to take them a basket full of goodies, and I'm going to love doing that. I think I'm just going to come up here so I can see this more. Yeah, isn't that pretty? But we told them we would bring some goodies. I told them I'd like to bring them some goodies. They were very thankful. They were like, of course we'll take it. We love that. And the same thing with the doctor. He was like, oh, yeah, like in the olden days, I used to take things like that. I said, yeah. I said, well, it's our pleasure. We have extra. We have plenty. And we would love to say thank you. So, yeah. Now, if he would eat like fermented food, I would take him that. So, you know. And by the way, like I was saying, you can go check that out on my Instagram. Oh my goodness gracious, that was such a good meal last night. So hopefully that'll encourage you. Good, rich probiotic food. It's great to take probiotics, but it's even better to eat probiotic food. So tell me, are you a probiotic? Are you making, do you take probiotics? Do you make sure you have probiotic rich food? And what I mean by that is food that's fermented, like yogurt, like kombucha. I mean, there's all kinds of things. So, it's not just one thing, it's lots of things. So what do you do for your health? Do you do any of that extra good stuff? And yes, I know it's not always the easiest thing. I do know. And sometimes people aren't able to, eat certain things. And I totally get that too. But if you are one of those people that can, what are you doing for your health? We are definitely trying new things that will hopefully help my autoimmune, help my husband, help my youngest daughter, everybody, So our youngest daughter is really young and healthy and all that good stuff. So she doesn't have to do it, but I think she knows it's good for her. So she is doing it, and she does it to support us. To be honest, she's very sweet about it. And she knows I work hard at it, and I do. I read and research and watch videos and, besides the actual making up. So all I have left is that, and I'll save those. And I am going to use these little floral cuties throughout, just to give it a little bit of color. But she is such a sweetheart, and we are so blessed with her. And my husband was telling me last night, I'm so glad she was here with us during this. And so I made sure to tell her, your daddy said. I love this. How beautiful and colorful is all of this? Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to overlap ever so slightly. But didn't that turn out so sweet? Oh, love the bunny. I know. Love the cross. And then this cross. We have a hardwood cross that hangs right over there on our wall. And it's beautiful. So my husband gave that to me one year, I think for Christmas. I can't remember. It's been so long. But it was kind of one of those things like, oh, well, that's interesting. And I mean, not that I didn't like it, but it was kind of like, huh, okay. And I have loved it. And now we have a whole wall of some of my mom's crosses, and then crosses we've picked up when we traveled, and just kind of a good memory of, good way to remember what we are focused on here, or try to be. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hold on, I'll scooch this up so you can see. I'll get my coffee out of the way. And I hope you guys like this. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Tell me what's your favorite part of this kit. The colors are very different, but I really, really like them. And don't forget, today is the DEK Wednesday Hump Day sale. The website is listed below in the About section down there under this video, as well as my discount code. So the discount code is good for anything not on sale, or not a special, or not a subscription box, or kit. So help yourself, have fun, go shopping. Let me know what you get, and I will be talking to you soon. I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely, and love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.